Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time where you see our program for you, they bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So from now, I'm going to start with today's morning show. Alright, so Julian Timber going to talk about Arsenal transfer window, how things will be, looking at the future. But back when they talk, say Arsenal will sign a lot of players. He talk plenty things. But this particular one when he talk, I can't hold on. I didn't give him reasons why he think so. And like Chris Whitley now post this particular reports on his page. So he said Julian Timber on the transfer window. It's going to be a busy one for us anyway. We are going to get a lot of players. I think because last season we had so many injuries. At some point, we almost ran out of players. So for depth of players, they want to get players anyway. Now, what in the talk? I know that I remember last season when we get some injury. At some point, Kerry and Tierney, they play Martinelli wing. At some point, for you to know how bad it was. Merino called they play number 9. That's how bad it was. That's how we survived last season. Now, for somebody like Timber to be coming outside and say this is not the norm, because I'm not expecting him to talk like this. It means he has insider information. That is why I think they talk. I think I'm very serious. Now, the funny thing is, Timber is not the only person that has said this. When I remember Declan Rice also said it that they are going to buy a lot of players. So as Timber talk, my mind rests. Again, because many Arsenal fans they believe saying normal again, they don't go sign anybody. They're going to pursue number 1. Later they'll go sign number 10. Again. So I just say my mind rest. Yes. Would they hear say made the new accounting window, made the new calendar open from July 1. We enter the new calendar. Yes. Well, from the look of things now, from then things go to stew. Yes. So just to see how I don't know what thing I think about it in my talk. Are you taking this serious or do you think it's cruise? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, away from that, look at what happened in the Club World Cup yesterday. Where Flamengo knocked Chelsea 3-1. Where we say Chelsea first score before Jackson coming after 4-5 minutes of back on the red card. Flamengo knocked them 3-1. Now look at who is managing Flamengo. In fact, now TNT Sports going to put out this report when they talk say since taking charge of Flamengo, former Atletico Madrid defender Felipe Luis has won as many trophies as his lost games. He also defeated Chelsea 3-1 in the Club World Cup. Now, all the South American clubs, none of them don't really lose. From Palmeiras to Botafogo to Flamengo. Botafogo knock PSG with all their stars. Only them no day. Every other person day. They knock PSG. PSG no believe him. The person who scored for Botafogo na Igor Jesus. The guy Edugas wanted to sign for us. Maybe say Edugas want to come out Arsenal prematurely. Then before you know, we don't really follow up on the deal. So now, according to the year, said Nottingham Forest don't sign out Igor Jesus and one other player for that Botafogo. 2 of them are going to be Nottingham Forest players for next season. And Nuno Espirito Santos, the coach of Nottingham Forest, signed a new contract that will keep him till 2028. So most year next season will be just so sign that Igor Jesus and very cheap money. Only God know how our season for go. Yeah, but it is what it is. Not be our player. We are moving ahead. We are looking at other people. Now, away from that, because they get reports from Graham Bailey. So Babako let us know say Liverpool is Antonio Gordon's preference. Now Antonio Gordon, and Liverpool Antonio Gordon they look at saying go like. He's on the list of other clubs. Say Arsenal and Chelsea said the reason the guy said they would like to sign him because we want to upgrade our left side. And he's a player that Arsenal like. Now, to get this particular Antonio Gordon out of Newcastle is going to be highly unlikely. First off, do Newcastle need to sell a player? Some clubs in football think Newcastle have to sell. They think Newcastle will have to do something. Newcastle say they don't. But let's see how things progresses now with time. We go really know. But if you ask me, for my own personal opinion, I don't think Newcastle will sell Antonio Gordon. In fact, for them to sell him, it will take a ridiculous offer of like maybe 100 million. Is Antonio Gordon worth 100 million? No. But now that type of figure would tempt them. Say, okay, I don't win. I carry on. So an Arsenal, I don't think Arsenal will come and cough out 100 million to come and sign the certain Antonio Gordon. I don't think the possibility of that is there. But what could just watch, not maybe they spend the money, so more they see however things they go, Shola at the end now. I will let you know. Now, away from that also, they come they ask Ite say, Baba, what be your preferred role where you like to play? What be your best role? So Chris Whitley now post this updates. Now, Baba can they explain say one day they can talk say you can kind of see that I'm a natural midfielder. But I think when the manager wants you to play in a position, you have to do it to the best of your abilities. As it one day, his primary role, we are in train for the academy, now midfield. Number 10. Now, his secondary role, what we don't discover now, through Ateta. Now saying he can play that Saka role, the right wing, he can play there. Now, looking at the future, where be the place where you will feel say, this guy will really shine for me in that Saka role? Because the way he plays that role, the way he cuts into his left and wipes it, like they do out to they curve that thing. Look how they do for Man City, curve that thing, enter. So if they coach and well for that right wing, I feel as in they grow, he go to mature. Because never they mature well. As in they grow, he go to mature. If this guy enter maybe like 22, 23, get like maybe 3-4 years on his belt with experience, this guy is going to be one of the most formidable wingers available. Now, my own personal opinion be that. Because I don't really see this guy playing that number 10 role for Arsenal, because Arsenal go everly won't buy a better number 10 to upgrade. That role, not the role where me personally think saying go flourish. Now, because look at the world. How many 19, 20 years, 17 years, 18 years, they see they play number 10 for a big team? He had. But you can easily find those type of players playing on the wing. He had to see 18, 19, 20. Say now be the midfield maestro, now the control proceedings. He had. Check out the top clubs. He had. He got some position where we say they are meant for men. People will say they did their peak, they did bad, they did see vision. But for the wings, they're plenty now. Many small leading for wings. They run things with pace. Dribble anybody dribble. So now what's in me personally, now what's in me I did think. So I want to see a situation whereby in the future, one day go be an understudy to Bukayo Saka. Learn that role. Even if I start seeing another person there, but maybe they give a small chance. Making they learn the role, understand Bukayo Saka, everything it takes to thrive as a right-sided winger. And everywhere goes to. That's my own personal opinion. I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Where do you see Waneri in the future? Because instead of talk and say a main role, now midfield. But personally, I don't think it's going to thrive there. So now my own take with that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section as we proceed. Now, transfer news live. What let us also say Sky Sports talk say Maguire will only move to Liverpool if he's guaranteed to be the first team starter. Nobody did not talk yesterday. Say the only way where this guy go there now if the assurance say Konate he go replace him or Virgil van Dijk he go replace him. In fact, from the look of things, what's happening here, we say now Van Dijk gone, they won't use and replace, but no be now. Because Van Dijk, no be just 2 years in agree for him contract, so he don't be old. You get time go reach all those spaces, no go day again. You get, because if you no be your mates, they go use less you. You get, I get that before no be property. Say it be Babanla before. We talk about present tense, get Corinthians, now we did. So we'll just watch the guy not say unless they guarantee him, saying go be starter, because he's looking at the World Cup. He wants to feature, and when you're playing on the bench, you're staying on the bench. The Basucha don't tell everyone, say you have to be a regular where you are staying. You get, otherwise, don't go reason your matter. So more just the watch and ask themselves the reason. And that's one of the reasons why I know we join Arsenal, no go join Liverpool. So I'm going to prefer to stay at Crystal Palace when they play regularly, or join Chelsea, because Chelsea now they promise our first team shirts. So more just see how all this is going to unfold at the end of the day. All right, we're going to get another report from Dean James. They talk say, see what's in the mirror. They talk now. Nobody let the mirror post the story. I've seen this particular report reported by so many people that Arsenal could potentially approach Brentford defensive midfielder Christian Nørgaard as a replacement for outbound Thomas Partey, according to the Mirror. Yes. So this is something like the Arsenal add the guy to their list. So the reason I'm saying, okay, in case, because you never sure whether Partey will leave or not, but in case of necessity, if Partey does leave, Arsenal the reason this guy said they will use him as replacement. Now you get another style, another pattern where Arsenal want to do to replace Partey. They want transition Miles with Skelly into the midfield. Make him play that number 8 role, the drive forward. Then Rice and Zubimendi go there for defensive midfield. That's the plan wey they look. So Rice go there, then Merino and Matheus Kelly go there that number 8. These are other avenues wey fit take replace Thomas Partey. We no want to spend big money. If you say maybe Partey come out now, we no want to spend 60 million, 70 million, go to find new midfielder or 50 million. Now, know that way we don't want to package that midfield be that, because people dey forget say Merino sef na midfielder and that guy dey play 8 again. And Rice normal na defensive midfield take know na primary role. Zubimendi na defensive midfield na primary role. So we are still in someone safe hands, but Arsenal still want invest. That's why they pursue that Jorel Heto to come in, go to the left back. In with Kalafili go there, they will transition Matheus Kelly. I think I don't even talk about before. Say Matheus Kelly future na midfield. Which part of midfield I never really know. I think I don't tell us, but I can tell you for free that it's going to be that Xhaka role there, so that the guy goes. The way Skelly they play, if Skelly enter your front, you don't feel catch him, you don't feel fall down. So the guy with all those driving way Rice the drive, the guy na driver now, but will drive, go through there. So I see that happening. So, but more just to watch and see how things unfold. Now, away from that, this guy wey they see on the screen, you may not know him, but his name is Ole Werner. So this is the former Werder Bremen coach. Now, why is this significant? RB Leipzig won't hire this guy as their new coach. Presently, they are in discussions. The guy don't resign for Werder Bremen. They give a new contract to say no. RB Leipzig now won't change coach. They won't hire this one. Now, if this guy can't go RB Leipzig, the narrative out there is that he will convince Benjamin Sesko not to leave. That he has big plans for him. He will make him the face of RB Leipzig projects. The question now becomes, will Benjamin Sesko listen to him and postpone his movements? Just like when you look at what is happening to AC Milan, the new coach come, you follow Rafaelio talk, say, Baba, I want to make you stay. Rafaelio clear and say, Baba, I know if I don't do like 6 years. I want to find my square roots. Yes. So that one now, that's why Baba don't tell them officially AC Milan say, I won't leave. Now, look at what is happening to Real Madrid. New coach Xabi Alonso come, he reason Rodrigo. Baba, I need you here. I want to use you. Rodrigo said, it's sempe. It's okay, coachy. No wala. So we don't really know what to expect. So I say, make I not share. Let's know. Because here tomorrow now, say Benjamin Sesko say in one day more development for Bundesliga. I want to see stay is too. Kinika. I want to see stay. You go understand that the new coach, you put fire. You get make you stay. But that one don't concern me. The guy behavior don't off me for inside. I don't go lie for you. You get the things when they request for. Give me the okay. So they fight. So they pursue. Say Arsenal or nothing. No know what it mean. No player dey fight to join you. If that kind of player enter, go play for the badge. You go shed blood, tears, anything to show say survive. Now what me I dey find, but we'll just watch. Anyhow it be, I will give you an update and let's know how things they unfold. Now let's bring you a message from one of our sponsors, and Zifty Tech. So they are into web development and build professional websites. So they are a trusted brand that can help you launch your professional website. So they build websites like e-commerce, corporate, crypto, real estate, and so many more. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 7036858662, and you can locate them on www.ziftytech.ng. So if you're interested in any of their services, do reach out to them. Also, we have another sponsor for you. So Poria Logistics and Delivery Services. So they into shipments, import and export, pick up deliveries. Then they do doorstep delivery, courier delivery, haulage, transfer logistics, dispatch and errand services. So whether you want ship to USA, Canada, UK, Europe, you get, or if brother they want to send you something, you want me to receive them for you, they do run all of them. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8075478645 or 08092445644, and their head office is Block B, Shop 41, Binukono Ultra Modern Markets, Ojota, Lagos. And they get office for Ikorodu also for 28 Oriwu Road, Italewa, Ikorodu, Lagos. So, and also when we were discussing, they showed me their CAC, their registration, and their tax certificates. So they are legit. So just visit their offices if you have any courier needs. Now, away from that, the Daily AFC, when they let us know what John Cross of the Mirror, they talk about Thomas Partey. He say, while Thomas Partey is keen to extend his contract at Arsenal, there has been little progress on negotiations, which are now at a delicate point. Now it remains to be seen if the midfielder will stay at the club next season. I don't believe all this one. Say Thomas Partey, they keen to stay. If you are keen to stay, you go accept this they offer you. Because now we are not talking about pay cut again. No, no, pay cuts. Now we're talking about increase. Say Partey say they increase, and they no agree. Nobody they mention pay cut again, which means they are asking him to stay on his current salary, but in the request for increase. So, like I said yesterday, we don't know the difference. But I like the fact that Partey is keen to stay. Arsenal are keen to keep him. So there must still be a compromise must be reached. We still get today is 21, so get maybe 9 days or thereabouts for them to reach a compromise, because anytime make us enter July 1, Partey is no longer an Arsenal player. Although discussion can still be going in. But as of July 1, he is no longer an Arsenal player. So more just to watch. Anyhow things they go, sure, they are giving our updates. Now, we can't hear from the Telegraph that Liverpool will not move forward with a deal for Alexander Isak. Why? It is not financially viable. Checking out what's at the talk yesterday also say paying 200 million is crazy. It's ridiculous, because that's the figure where Newcastle say, okay, if we really did desperate, now carry this guy. Oh yeah, 150 million are just starting points. Then 200 million, who won't go past 200 million for Alexander Isak? Even though the guy will come with a lot of goals, they will make you formidable and stronger, but financially, it is not a good investment. It gets now the way people they see him, it gets it will make you go the PSR compliant again. And the truth is, if you still offer the 200 million, Newcastle will say it's not for sale. Because if they sell and give you, they will be significantly weakened. And they tell you, Newcastle will be how do I want to replace him? Who don't want to buy? Which striker for this world won't do it in Isak they do for Newcastle? Who be that? We say they built the system to suit him, so it no go work. So for we will be Arsenal, it suits my belly. I prefer the guys today in Newcastle when they disturb everybody. Now they're going to Liverpool. When we say, it go make them too bad. So I just be very, very happy that it didn't really work out for them. All right, so Bukayo Saka, Leandro Trossard, and Kai Havertz, they are arriving in Norway today with their partners for Martin Odegaard and Helen Spilling's wedding party. So then they there, I see the video, I watched it. That's okay. But I go enjoy myself after all a day on holiday. Now, away from that. All right, so Patrice Evra for one press conference, as a president for one podcast. So Baba can explain how they take coexist with Van Persie and Sir Alex. So you can explain, say, during the 2012, before the 2012-2013 season, Sir Alex Ferguson bought Van Persie. Now, after Sir Alex Ferguson buy Van Persie, you can tell them, say, when I see this guy, he will win the league for you. This particular player. He know where they train every day, because in the game you know where they train every day, like Una. Everybody should work to give him the ball. He will win the league for you. So then they're not going to disturb the guy. The guy not really train. Even talk about Alex Tevez. Tevez not really the train. But if the guy enter match and Jay go kill himself for you. But back to Van Persie. Van Persie not really train much. And the first season where Van Persie played, 2012-2013, Van Persie won the league. And that was what Alex said. This particular guy I bring, now goal scorer, I did Arsenal. They score 1 million goals, but they didn't do anything. But for we get all the tools. Why am I saying this story? It is like the position where Arsenal is now. Arteta should go and make the board and tell them, say, you see this Gyökeres, this guy will win the league for us. If you don't get money, then I go borrow money, because at some point, we need to understand that life is not fair. The world doesn't owe you anything. The world doesn't owe you understanding. As Sporting Lisbon day now, if Sporting Lisbon decide say, you get 3 years for your contract, that's when they talk say gentleman agreement. Baba, you know they go anywhere. There's nothing the Gyökeres can do. You can only cry, you can frown his face. If season starts, it goes still resume training. First training, second training, third training, you do later you go adjust, you go turn back to normal. So the only thing you can do, if push comes to shove, go and bring out the money and go and get the player. The same way you convince the board to give you the money to buy Declan Rice, do it again. In as much as on face value, people will say, Sir CHUKS, That's a ridiculous investment. And what is the guarantee that this guy will survive? Baba, what was the guarantee that Declan Rice would survive or Declan Rice will be successful at Arsenal? There were no guarantees. But Arteta fought tooth and nail to get that deal done. Let us fight to get this particular, because remove Gyökeres, remove Sesko. Which other striker dey for the world wey if he carry come, we go convince you so we go win the league? Apart from these two, I no go lie for you. Mention who again? Wey dey available for market? Who again? You know this particular Gyökeres, like I don't come on mind for that Sesko already. I no go lie for you, because you look at the two players. Sesko still won't stay because he still believes saying they're young. He gets so many years ahead of him. He still won't stay that believes it from the body language. But Gyökeres is fighting to go away, to join Arsenal, rejecting people. No. You two fight for him. Get him. The way into the fight, say one can stay here. He has a lot to offer. He sure for and say, we told the guy with Saka with this one, with that one, they're gonna display, they're gonna give me ball. Why not go bust net? So that's what I'm saying. At this point, let us do what Sir Alex did with Van Persie. As Arsenal day now, we just need one particular striker. Drop and dead back. With the creatures now. Drop that striker back. Go back to last season. Go and look at so many chances. Even half chances. We have miss. Imagine you had a killer like Gyökeres there. Or maybe Sesko, or even Oli Watkins. They go bury him. Why? Because Havertz is not a trained true 9. He's a false 9. They are not the same. So now my own belief is that, say, if push comes to shove, fine. They don't want to agree the gentleman agreements. Add something past that gentleman agreement, give them, they will collect. Don't go to wait because anytime say, forget, we'll handle it, we'll compel them to agree. No. Go and give them the money and bring your player. Look at Chelsea. They spent over 100 million or thereabouts on Luka Modric. Today, that investment is dead. The boy has been given like 4 or 5 years ban. In fact, they don't already collect in jersey number. Give Kopama. So they don't close eye for that department. That is an wasted investment. Imagine that we say that player. So not be today, people they make losses and make gains. But before you do that investment, are you guaranteed? The answer is no. So I'm not telling you that. I don't know about you now. So when I want to know now, thoughts, should Arsenal still be waiting for Sporting Lisbon to agree the gentleman agreement, or just go there, pay the money, get the player, because you know that you need this particular profile of player? Let me know your thoughts if you agree with me or disagree with me. Let me know what you think. Now, Charles Watts. When they talk about Martins Zubimendi, they say the guy don't snap picture, he don't really do photo shoots. Say maybe in the next 3 to 4 weeks, Arsenal go announce him. Based on so we don't enter July. They go announce him, make everything official and final. Get say, but just the watch out things go unfold. Yes, I don't have a problem with that. Maybe run out, please more no say yes, then our player finally don't they register. So let's bring you a message from Moby Wealth Associates and Co Limited. So they are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80 34, and they're located on 7 Kennywood Road or Razio Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. So my dear Arsenal lovers, the biggest news of the day. Now, in fact, say Julian Timber is letting us know that Arsenal will sign a lot of players according to Chris Whitley, because the guy they convinced, say yes, we'll sign. And I believe saying get inside information. Coach said we don't guarantee all these players. I mean, I know for we go bring in people who go up and win the league. You get, we don't convince them, because if not, some of them go won't leave. So, and that's just where we end today. So I think the fine things for us to call the show and end. So that come your way in the evening to give the evening news to them. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, sorry. I'll be there soon.